So yesterday I was in the city and I was driving up an alley and I decided to stop and do a little foraging. I found some mallow, I found some dandelion, and I found some plantain. Brought her home and taken care of it this morning here. Here is some of the mallow. It's in flower even. And this is what you want to make tinctures and stuff. And I eat these. I cook these up with onions, saute them like that, and then if you make a flatbread and you have these, or I just eat them by themselves. But here's tincture that I had made out of mallow picking. And that's good for colds and coughs and flus and all sorts of great benefits in there. And then I washed up the dandelion, and I'm just kind of drying the leaves in the air. More up here drying. Then down here I've got the plantain leaves that I chose, and then I found some more mallow. And I need to wash this again. And I just pick out any stuff like straw and shit that you don't want to eat. And then I'm going to hang it to dry since I'm washing it so thoroughly because it was in an alley. Okay, now I have it hanging to dry out here. Just made this quickly so that they could dry. And you can harvest the leaves and stuff too, but the way I had to wash this and then it sat overnight and then taking care of it by the next day, it's better off that I'm just going to pick the fruit off of it. And like I say, you can eat these just like that. They're tasty. They don't taste bad or anything there. Just a green kind of taste. And they have like a potato type texture almost. Reminds you of a potato type texture. And then when you cook them and saute them with onions and stuff, I like a little bit of sweetness added to it, like just for the flatbread. And they're really good. But you can cook them all sorts of ways. Or make medicine out of them and have your tincture going on too. And you can eat the leaves fresh in a salad or in a tea as well. But these leaves have been washed quite a bit, so we'll have to see how they dry. You can also put the mallow straight up in your soup or stews. This mallow was more in a trafficked area. Is in the side, and so it won't be in roughest shape. So I can pull the leaves from this if I want as well. I'm gonna start separating the fruit from the leaf. As you've noticed, I pulled these ones from the root because they were in the alley. But if they grow out in a field or whatever, I wouldn't pull them from the root necessarily. I'd bring a basket and just take what I needed from it. But since I couldn't hang around to do that, and it didn't really matter because they're in an alley, I just went for the root. And you can use the root as well for teas and stuff. Here's the end result of this little pile. They are quite filling too. With the dandelion leaves, I let them dry. You can cut off the ends here either before you let them dry or after you let them dry, but you won't want to use this piece as much. Like when I dry them, I put them in a jar, and these ones are already dry. And then in the winter or whenever you want, you take pieces of it and add it into your spaghetti dishes and such. And ooh, ooh, ooh. or you can just make tea out of them, whatever you want. And you can save the flower heads too and all that, but I like cooking those up, deep frying them with some batter, and just having the dandelion heads that way. You can do that as well with the plantain leaves. They make good bandages at this time of year as well, and come in use for many things. You can eat them just like that in your salads, or if you want to cook them up too, or whatever have you. I'm going to dry them for the winter, cut them up and use them that way. And the seeds from them, you can harvest these and use these up too in teas and such, whatever you like, or just throw them back out in the ground next year, ones that darken more. Here's some mallow still in the ground.